Hey gang, hope you guys are doing fantastic. Out here in my weekly video rounds. Thought I'd come and do a fresh video of your place, kind of show you what's going on. Let's go in your front door here. Very nice, hope you guys are doing fantastic. Of course this will be cut out, this door will be cut out. That whole center section comes out and they put the glass in, okay? So, looks like they've been in fire foaming. That's all fire foam there. Keeps fire from spreading from bay to bay to bay. That's what that's all about. All right, so we got electrical stuff in. And we got a couple different wires, plumbing. Let's go over some of that stuff so you kind of have an idea of what all that's about. Air conditioning, ductwork, supplies and returns. We'll talk about those. So we'll go in the kitchen and talk about where you get everything together. Okay, of course our bedroom's here, with our bathroom between, and then our front bedroom here. And you'll see that all these windows, while we're here we get a good look at this, all these windows, they're all sealed, okay? They're caulked on the outside, they'll be flash taped and all that, but these are also sealed here, these foam sealing here. So super tight house, super tight house. Okay, and fire foam, that's all code. You have to have fire foam so fire doesn't travel in and around spaces. Okay, and the houses, it also seals up the house. We got what they call nail plates. That's so people, when you do sheetrock work, the screws don't go through, hit your wires, things like that. Okay. So let's go here in the kitchen. And in the main area, then we can see all this ginormous ductwork for your air conditioning system. And on your air conditioning system, there's basically two sides. You have a supply and return side, right? Supply means they supply the room or the area with the air, cool air, heated air, whatever you have your system set out. Then you have a return, okay? This is one of the main returns of this house, and that brings air back to the unit. It returns it to the unit. One is supply, it supplies it to the room. Return is returns it back to the air unit, okay? So let's go in our kitchen. Let's go in our kitchen and we'll kind of talk about some plumbing and electric and everything, because there's a lot going on here that you need, right? Of course we got our washroom on this side, got our washer and dryer on this side, okay? Got our big 30 amp line, okay, for our dryers. We got our 110 for washer, then of course the inbound and outbound water, okay? So on the plumbing side of things, they use, on the inbound side, they use what they call PEX tubing these days. It's a flexible, thick-walled tube that allows them to bend it around corners, things of that nature. Super strong, eliminates a lot of the joints get eliminated, okay? So it's very good. Then of course your discharge lines, toilets, showers, sinks, so on and so forth, that's all the Schedule 40 PVC, okay? Now they got yellow electrical lines and white electrical lines. You'll see it all right here, and then in black of course as well. But these are 14 gauge wire for 15 amp circuits. These are 12 gauge wire for 20 amp circuits, okay? And then this is your 30 amp for your stove, okay? And the 12 gauge, 14 gauge, those are just the size of the wires in there. And there's 3 wires in each of those, okay? There's a hot, a common, and a ground. Okay, it's all how AC electric works, okay? Let's see, what else can we talk about? Well, here's a good example of how they can kind of turn that PEX tubing around the corner. See how they do that? Whoop. I mean, right there they eliminated a joint. You know, they have to have a joint there because they got to get it down. But the way those are sealed, super tight, okay? And by the way, your inbound water supply is pressurized to about 175. Your inbound pressure will never be more than 65 or 70 pounds into this house. So you're super safe, super safe. Okay. What else we got here? Got our nice door for our pool bath setup. Got our inserts in, of course, for our tub. And the reason they put that in, there's insulation behind there. They'll insulate the whole house, but they have to put this insulation in first, and then put the moisture barrier on it so they can get this tub set up in here. So they do that first, okay? And of course we got our exhaust fans in all the bathrooms. They vent out to the soffits. We got our floor receptacle they've run wire to. Okay. And coming into our master bath, or excuse me, our master bedroom. It's a nice tray ceiling. Of course, we know that. And our big closets. Of course, we got our closet over on this side as well. And we're plumb for our separate sinks. Okay, and you can see another place where they turn it around a corner before they have to make that sharp 9 degrees to the toilet. Okay, so it helps eliminate joints. Okay, and it's really strong. It's a really thick walled plastic pipe. All right, so this is what's going on with your new cool place. Oh, one more thing on this side. I don't know if I talked about this last time. See this wall right here it's all wood. Well, of course, that'll be sheetrocked over. But what that is called is a shear wall. That helps the house be stable in high wind loads. I know it seems like, how can that little house do that? But the engineering of your house is such that that is what that's for. And you'll see it sometimes in houses in multiple locations. Maybe one, just depends on the layout and the architecture of the house and the framing, engineering needs of the home. But it helps stabilize your home in high wind loads. Okay. And then, of course, we got our circuit breaker box right there with your inbound electrical supply coming all the way over from the other side of the house. Your meter can will be over there. Your garage door opener, low volt stuff here. And all the big headers. That's big lumber. I'll show you where the inbound electrical supply is. Oh, here, I want to show you too the taping. So remember I talked about the flashing of the windows early on. They got the foam on the inside, but you see how the flashing, these windows are put on with what they call a nail flange, but they use screws, they call it a nail flange, and there's a bit of caulk up underneath there, and these are screwed, every other hole screwed, and then they flash tape the entire outside of that window. Because they want water to come the way they flash it, so if water does get back behind the siding, it'll run down and never seep in between and get in behind your windows and stuff. That's why they flash them a certain way. Okay, you can see, remember, that windowsill was flashed, and they go up the sides and then they go across the top, so that way the overlapping is in the right direction. Oops. This is where your meter can's going to be. Okay, all underground utilities, of course. All right. All your cable, all your inbound cable and telephone lines, things like that, all from here. The cable company will put their box, they'll cut the pigtails to do what they got to do, and they'll put your box there. But they have to leave them as a pigtail so that the company that comes out to do all your cable stuff has something to work with. Okay. Anyway, this is what's going on with your new place. Plus the roof is on. I don't know if that was on last time I was here or not. Anyway, we got a roof on. All right, gang. Questions or comment, we're here for you. Just give me a call, and we will keep on moving. Thanks.